Hey everyone, you're watching Ash on Comics. My name is Ash. Here's today's comic, Detective Comics 997 by Tomasi and Monkey. Someday I'll learn how to pronounce that. Look at this cool alt cover. I kind of like it. Not really happy with Doug Monkey's covers. I'm not a fan of him as a cover artist. His interior stuff is pretty decent, though. I've been a real fan of this series. If you've been following me at all, this run, Detective Comics, Tomasi started off with a bang. His second book was even better. Third book was really good, but kind of maybe my least favorite of the three. What do I think about this one? Well, here we are. The end of the last issue, Batman runs into Thaddeus, one of the original Miracle Men. Apparently there's been several Miracle Men. I can't even keep track. But this, not Miracle Man, Mr. Miracle. Bats is cringing right now. Mr. Miracle trained Batman in the art of escape. So Batman's had all these fantastic teachers, and he's going through one by one because someone's trying to kill him and everyone he loves. And here they are, trapped in a nice kind of old school stereotypical thing. Like the villains got them trapped and they're drowning, the water's rising. And, Batman saying, now's as good as the time to impress me, Thaddeus. Well, afraid I forgot him, old brain, old bladder. Any ideas, Batman, before we drown here together? Take a deep breath and pray. So, because if Mr. Miracle can't escape, we're kind of screwed. And then you get this massive 2-page spread, establishing shot, and here we see Batman and Thaddeus about to drown to their deaths. But that's not enough. They got sharks. So I was like, whoa, this is starting off with a bang. What's going on? Sorry for my sniffles. It kind of came out of nowhere. This book was really intense. I'll just kind of show you real quick here. We had this whole scene where they're underwater. And by the way, this is going to spoil it for you. You should be reading these books. Don't let me spoil these. This is a good series. This is solid 2 thumbs up from me. Tomasi is knocking it out of the park. He's killing it with Detective Comics. I've been saying there's a new king in town. And this is crazy. So they're plotting their escape. They're trying to figure out a way, and it's like, oh, look, this is Doro. Oh, what's going on? The window is opening behind us. So much for odds getting better. What? So much for odds getting better. Oh, Piranha. Isn't that lovely? So then the Piranha come in. Luckily, they're attacking the sharks first. You're going to read it, find out how they get away. It's really cool how they get out. So they do. Batman and Mr. Miracle escape, only to run into this guy. Look familiar? Was this the Batman thing that we ran into at the end of the second issue? I'm not sure. I still have this theory that we didn't see. We were looking at a different Batman. So they get up. Looking for this, Bruce? Holy shit. That's menacing. As a matter of fact, I am. And smack. So they get in this big fight after this whole intense moment underwater. Fighting sharks and piranha and escaping. They wake up and they fight this bat thing. And it's now playing with his psychosis or psyche here. His parents, they join into the fight. And so he's fighting them off. And he's like, and I dream of a day when the people I love most aren't used against me. Well then, how about the people you hate? People you hate, kid. And then I thought this was really strange. Like, he just shoots off his little grappling hook thing and just blasts him right through the head. Like, that doesn't seem kind of like Batman. But maybe he realizes that these are just not real people. What about us? And it's like Robin and Alfred. And what about the people, that you love? And so he's fighting them off, and they're piling on him and dogpiling him. He's going down. How long do we keep pretending? The hell is this? Oh, that's Gordon. He's just peeking his head out here. And Batman's like, enough! And he pulls out one of his, I believe this is one of his batarangs, and he just starts slicing and dicing, and you're like, what the? Jesus, Batman. Then this bat monster thing comes in, and we agree, perspective. You need to gain some. I know what you need. I need you to shut the hell up. And then he's strangling him, and the fight goes down, and he takes the guy into the pit where they just arrived from, where the sharks and the piranha and everything, and splashes them in the water. Piranha come in. The cowl, it eats its own. And that's sort of the end of the issue here. And then, Mr. Miracle saying, whew, that was something you don't see every day. Pulled off some nice moves down there, Bruce. Escape archery at its finest. I learned it from you. A real miracle man. Need a lift. And then, he's like, yeah, I'd rather kind of hook up and we're going to work us out together. And no, this is a solo mission. So, Bruce is not taking on any friends as usual. Solitary bats. And then he goes, epilogue to this particular story. 90 miles from Gotham. We see a man dressed in a bat suit. Some of you are probably going to know who this is by sight. And then all of a sudden, boom! My lab destroyed. Who attacks my inner sanctum? All my work. This foul transgression will be rewarded with death. And then you see in the glasses an image coming towards him. Strange! Next, Batman versus Doctor Strange. Well, Dr. Hugo Strange. And that was a cool, fun book. I would put this book on the level of the first issue of the run. Very solid, very exciting. That whole scene in the water with the sharks and the piranha. Batman's not going to die. Like, I'm not going to make any bones about it. You're like, okay, how's he going to escape? But I got to admit, I was still kind of on pins and needles. Like, the way Tomasi writes the scenes, it's like, yeah, it's, oh shit, like they're about to die. How are they going to get out of this? I can't believe it. And he does it great. This is a great book. I don't want to show too much more of it. It'll spoil the hell out of it. It's better even than the last issue. But even the last issue, when I say it was like, it's just the least great. So far, 4 issues, fantastic. This one's come back up. If I were to order the issues in level of greatness, it would be 995, then 994, then 997, then 996. That would be my order if you want to know for whatever reason. So, yeah, that's a quick video for me, right? Batman, this alternate cover. What's on the back here? New heroes will rise. Yuck. Wonder of Comics. Yuck. I'm just trying to get to 10 minutes. I shouldn't have a problem with that. Oh, God. Look how terrible this looks. My buddy, Sergeant Bats, is a big Young Justice fan, and even he hates this show. And I just look at this, and this just looks terrible. I'm like, I wouldn't want to watch this. This looks like they're just standing there. There's no energy. They're just wooden. They're all skinny, scrawny. They don't look like superheroes at all. Just their costumes look just generic and just solid color. So bland and boring. This is awful. Awful looking. I don't know who's in charge of this DC Universe stuff. And then it's like Young Justice Outsiders. So it's like Young Justice crossed with the Outsiders. I don't even know what the point of this is. Why? If DC is doing its own content, why not do content people want? Why not do just like a Superman show, an animated Superman show, or a Batman show? Hell, Aquaman's kind of big in movie theaters right now. I don't think Aquaman's ever had an animated show. Wouldn't that be cool? Why is it? Everything's got to be teams, right? Because all the millennials love their teen comics. Whatever. Anyways, this is a great book. Go get it. You shouldn't be letting me spoil it. If you're saying, I don't buy anything from DC because even DC is not putting out good books, you're wrong. You are wrong. This series, Detective Comics and Hawkman, but I'm focusing on this book right now, are books that should be on your pull list. They're good. Even if you're not the world's biggest Batman fan, they're just well written. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.